Thank you for joining me today. In our last series of videos, we focused on buying a business. Today, we're going to shift our focus on selling a business. So in order for a business to sell, two things have to be present. Number one, is your business ready to sell? And we're going to focus on this in a later series. But for these next few videos, what we're going to focus on is, are you personally ready to exit the business? We're going to discuss the 4 factors that lead to a successful exit personally for an owner. So let's get started. So a statistic that we've seen is that 1 year after their exit, 75% of their owners say they regretted their decision, and just 5% ended up happy with the proceeds from their sale. So our goal with these videos and what we do at Apex is to make sure that owners are happy with the sale of their business. So if 3 in 4 are unhappy after exiting, no matter how valuable their business is and how much money they received, we haven't done our job. So what we're wanting to focus on is, what are the 4 criteria that are necessary in order for an owner to be happy with the exit of their business? So what I've learned is that a happy and lucrative exit, it seems to come down to 4 main factors. Number 1, there's a future vision. Number 2, there's structuring flexibility. Number 3, personal detachment. And number 4, the team involvement. So the first driver of a happy and lucrative exit is what we call future vision. Most owners get pushed out of their business, but the happiest exits occur when an owner has an equal or greater number of pull factors. Push factors would include things like the need to retire, health scare, but the happiest of exits involve owners that have something pulling them out of their business, a vision for something they want to do in the future. Let's get clear on why somebody would want to exit. There's either going to be a push factor or a pull factor. Push factors, as we kind of discussed, those are going to be things like the market has peaked, the owner's bored, they're stressed out, there's health issues, or it's just time to retire, for example. So these are things that are pushing them out of the business, not necessarily pulling them. When we look on the other side, pull factors, those are going to be forward-looking things that after the sale of the business. So those could be things like traveling, spending time with family, starting a new foundation, starting a new business or a hobby. So when we look at an owner that is going to have a successful exit, there's going to be more pull factors than push factors. Of these survey respondents, 37% of the respondents had more push factors. So 1 in 3 have more push than pull factors. And that means they're more likely to regret their exit post-sale. So when you're thinking of selling your business, think about the things that are pulling you out of the business. Think about all of the forward-looking things that you would like to do after the sale of the business. Our second driver of a happy and lucrative exit is called structuring flexibility. That's going to describe the owner's willingness to consider multiple exit scenarios. A lot of founders and owners will make the mistake of approaching their exit with this rigid vision of how they see their exit. They imagine the acquirer can only do one thing, and that would be write a check for the entire amount of the business. There's several other ways that an owner can exit their business. They can be a lender in the business. It's often referred to as seller financing. They can earn out. This is something where an owner sells a portion of their company. They stay on for a period of time to help grow that company, and then they sell the remaining part, most often at a higher value than the first, often called second bite of the apple. The third thing is they could be a consultant. The owner steps out of the day-to-day, but they still maintain contact with the business in a consulting role with the new owner. The last one is the owner can stay involved in the business, but they sell a portion. We often see this in family or key employee buyouts. Third driver of a happy exit is a degree to which the founder's ego is dependent on the status as the owner of the company. Here we're going to look at how long an owner has owned their business for, how much of it they own, and whether their name is on the door. All of these can be factors that lead to an owner become unwilling or unable to let go. For a happy exit, they need to have a healthy life outside of their business. 1 in 5 owners have their name on the door. That's also something that is really tying that owner particularly to that business. It really gives them a sense of their identity, and a lot of their identity is tied up in the business and how they own. So something that we'll ask a client is, if you were going to have a big party or a wedding, who would you invite to that? Would it be everyone I work with? It would be employees, it would be customers, it would be suppliers, or would it be very few people from work? The more people that your social life is connected with, makes detaching, that makes selling that business hard, because again, as you go into retirement, your social circle is smaller. And the fourth factor that leads to a healthy exit is being proactive about how you want to treat your team as part of the exit. So this is a deeply personal issue for many founders and owners. Some would prefer not to tell the employees for fear of the word getting out among competitors, people leaving, those types of things. And then others just can't imagine of asking employees to join them in their business only to turn around and then sell it out from underneath their nose. There's really no one-size-fits-all right answer on how the founder treats their team on the way out. The only true wrong answer is to just not think about it proactively. As you can see by this graph, 52% of the owners say it's important for me that an acquirer keeps most of my employees. That's something that we see on a regular basis. As we're interviewing sellers looking to exit, one of the first things that they want to make sure of is, hey, is this new person going to take care of my people? They built a lot of trust and loyalty, and that loyalty goes both ways, and they're very loyal to their employees as well. And so they want to make sure that those employees are taken care of at the time of the exit. Now, we'll link this in the show description, but what we encourage you to do is go out to our website and take the owner readiness test. It's about 10 minutes or so, and it's a questionnaire that's going to assess your personal exit, your personal readiness to exit. It's going to touch on these 4 factors and let you know where you are today and where you would need to be at the time of the exit. What this will show is what you do need to be one of those people that were happy with their exit and don't look back on it with regret. So we'll see you on the next video. Until then, stay profitable.